We must squeeze in as many reviews as possible.
Yeah.
So
well, look, should we leap ahead and quickly and do
next week's movies?
No. Should we do Arthur and the Invisibles now? Okay, because I don't want it to get lost because I know people.
Is this for intellectuals?
No.
Will Miles in Manchester enjoy it? Do you think?
Well, it depends how old Miles in Manchester is. The question before was on the subject of Night at the Museum, right? Was whether anybody goes to see it because they want to go and see it, or whether they go and see it because their kids want them to go and see it.
He went with two other adults, so he clearly is an adult.
He claims that he is an intellectual who went with two other adults.
Well, he claims he's called Miles.
And the film is educational. Now, I would say, far be it from me to cast nasturtiums on that, but it's, I'm surprised by that. So now we have Arthur and the Invisibles, which is the latest animated romp. Incidentally, wasn't it great news to hear that Aardman are going it alone without DreamWorks? Who needs DreamWorks? They want plasticine, Jeffrey Katzenberg.
They said Were Rabbit lost money in that report.
I know, but that's just the most insane thing, wasn't it? That, the Curse of the Were Rabbit underperformed. Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Katzenberg. We would all love to underperform in that way. I've been on stage with Jeffrey Katzenberg. He called me an idiot.
He's about right.
He was about right, yes.
Have we got distracted?
Yes. Animated feature from Luc Besson, right? And Luc Besson is a really strange old... But Luc has announced, incidentally, this is the last film he's going to direct, and there has not been a great wailing and gnashing of teeth as a result of this. Besson started out doing things like La Femme Nikita, or Nikita, I think as it was called over here, and Subway. And then he made The Fifth Element. And then he kind of set fire to his career with Joan of Arc, which was a bit bad. And I saw Joan of Arc I think it must have been in Cannes. And they had such trouble with Joan of Arc, with the lead actress. They finished it, they did reshoots, and she came out and she did more reshoots. And her hairstyle is never twice the same in age, even when she's not actually in the conflagrational stages. I mean, it really doesn't make a whole bunch of sense.
You give away the ending.
What, at the end of Joan of Arc?
Yeah.
Anyway, fine. And you know what happened to St. Catherine as well? Or should I not spoil that for those of us who are going to enjoy fireworks night? So anyway, he then got into producing a whole lot of really, really rubbish movies, like he did that, the Taxi series recently. I mean, it just really bad films. And now he's turned up as the writer and writer also of the books of Arthur and the Invisibles. The story of Arthur and the Invisibles, and pay attention here because it's a kids' movie, but it's quite complicated. 10-year-old Arthur, right, lives with his grandmother, played by Mia Farrow. Grandmother is in a house that they're going to lose the deeds to because grandfather disappeared some time ago, and he came back from his exploring a while ago and he buried some rubies in the garden. They can't find the rubies, and unless grandfather comes back before 12 o'clock tomorrow, they're going to get the house taken away. So Arthur gets a magic telescope which shrinks him down to miniature size, goes into a hole in the ground and meets the Minimoys. The Minimoys are played by, well, such great voice artists, in the English language version at least, as Robert De Niro. Remember him from Shark Tale, not from Raging Bull or from Taxi Driver or from King of Comedy. No, Robert De Niro from Shark Tale. The Robert De Niro who can't do animated voiceovers because that's not what he does. Harvey Keitel, the Bad Lieutenant. When was the last time you saw a cartoon and thought, I think that really, really needs Harvey Keitel? The Princess is played by Madonna.
By the way, if you do ever see Mark walking around the street, and remember, he's the former...
barrel-chested former Queen's Guardsman.
Former Queen's Guardsman. Ask him to tell you his Harvey Keitel story. This is a story
that it can't be broadcast.
Can't be broadcast, but is an absolute belter.
And I promise you, if you do ask me, I will tell it to you as long as we're in impolite company.
It's a 15 and above.
Oh, it is. It's definitely. It's an R18 rated story.
On.
And then the baddie, played by David Bowie, who has escaped from
another impression added to the list.
And there's the star.
No more.
Did you see The Prestige? I spent the whole of The Prestige watching David Bowie going, what accent are you doing? I really don't know. I'm not being funny. Is it Scottish? Is it German? It's a bit Romanian. It's gone a bit Swiss. And I think it turned out in the end to be... It's like Latvian or something really bizarre. It's like that bit in... the Crimson Tide. I mean Crimson Tide I mean the other one. The other submarine
Red
movie.
October?
Yes, when Sean Connery is speaking Russian and then he starts speaking Scottish and the bloke says, don't worry about him, it's because he's from the Ukraine.
But David Bowie was playing the only real character, wasn't he?
He was playing a real character.
Tesla.
Tesla. And where's he from in real life?
Oh, I don't know. Someone will tell me.
David's
imminently.
accent was not from this world.
What's the connection?
Because David Bowie in this does yet another David Bowie, It's My Voice performance. And the problem with the film, many problems with it. First, it makes no sense. It's incredibly complicated. It goes nowhere. It's really, really badly written and it's a bit dull. Some of the animation is perfunctorily all right done. But when you've got Robert De Niro, Harvey Keitel, Madonna and David Bowie, you do expect a little bit more than this. The last movie that Luc Besson directed was Angel A, which gave vacuity a bad name. I mean, it was a really, really bad, empty film. And then along comes this, and I want to enjoy it because my kids, will want to go and see it because there's posters for it everywhere. And you think, but it's believe me, if you take your kids to see it, you're going to get the Shark Tale experience all over again. You're going to sit there thinking, why is Robert De Niro doing this? You're going to sit there thinking, how do I feel about the fact that Madonna is playing the love interest to a kid? Because it's completely unrequired. Madonna's character, I think, is 4,000 years old, and the kid is 12.
That's all right, then.
But it's Madonna, right? Who's not the best actress in the world when she's not singing. She's great in Evita. The best performance she ever did was in a film called Dangerous Game, in which she played a really rubbish actress, and she was great at that. And I'm sure that Abel Ferrara didn't tell her that's what she was doing. But it's star-studded, it's big, it's zhuzhy, it's noisy, it's empty, it don't go nowhere, it's badly written, don't make any sense, and it's a bit dull.